to clearly guide you on how to maximize the Riman opportunity by applying a simple system to grow your business and help people in your system and your team have great success as well. My name is Anna Kim, and it is my pleasure to introduce you to Riman Orientation. I am a former stay-at-home mom of three kids, not making a single dollar until for 7 years until I decided to join Riman. And the goal started off as just wanting to make a few hundred extra dollars a month to offset a few expenses. But then it turned into something where I could work full time, or sorry, part time, make a full time income, and still be present to take care of my family. Hello, Nikki. I see that you're new here. Welcome. We are excited that you have decided to join and partner with Riman and have taken the most important step, which is to attend orientation training. Now, I encourage you to take some notes as this orientation will help you launch and plan out your business. Now, during orientation, we're going to be going through a few different agenda items. First, we want to officially welcome you to Riman. Secondly, we're going to go over the support system you're going to have as you start your Riman journey. Third, we're going to help you launch your business properly, as well as teach you how to teach your team how to launch their business successfully as well. And lastly, we'll be announcing some exciting events, promotions, and calendar and upcoming things that are happening. Now, for those who are new to Riman, we want to recap on who or what Riman is. Riman was established in Korea in 2018, and they've done over 2.5 billion in revenue. And in the first 3 years became the #1 K-beauty brand in Korea, which is such an extremely competitive market to capture. And then we brought this incredible brand and started the global expansion beginning in North America almost 3 years ago. Since then, we have launched Taiwan, Hong Kong, Mexico, as well as Singapore, Malaysia. Just last quarter, we launched the Philippines, UK, and Japan. And just this month, we launched Chile, Spain, and Ireland. And in just over 2, 3 years, we've been able to expand to 14, 15 countries. And this year, we'll be expanding to Italy, Colombia, Peru, Romania, Costa Rica, France, Australia, and Thailand. And it is such an exciting time to be part of the company right now. So maybe you don't know anyone in Thailand right now, but you don't know who your team knows. And as the company grows their footprint globally, I want you to recognize that your opportunity with Riman will grow as well. Now, Riman is a very special company that focuses on rethinking, reimagining, and redefining everything we do is different. And as you get to know the company, you will see that not only are the products different, but it is the core philosophies, the price, the business model, and the people that you get to associate with. Every aspect of the company is different, and it's the difference you're going to love. And we welcome you as you start your journey with us at Riman. Now, the first support system that you're going to want to get familiar with is Riman.com. And Riman.com is where you'll be able to do everything you need to start, order, manage, and grow and run your business. At Riman.com, you'll be able to enroll new distributors, enroll new customers, do product orders and order management, sales management, business tools, marketing tools, and get commission reports and more. And one exciting thing about Riman.com is that it is a global platform and it unites all the countries into one seamless domain. So let's say you have a partner in Chile, they'll be able to experience the exact same checkout and back office that you do. So it's easy to train and help your planners get signed up and started. Now, I want to briefly introduce you to Riman's My Office. When you first log into your account, you're going to see your own office, which is called My Office. It'll show you the progress of where you are, how much you need to do to become the next rank of manager to double your commission, how much you need to do to become a senior manager to triple your commission, and then how much you need to do to become a team leader to quadruple your commission. You're going to be able to monitor that all here. And the personal snapshot shows how many people on your team, how many customers you have introduced, how many auto ships are in your team. And then you can also see your top retailer and unit level eligibility, see your travel points, monitor your global regional sales reports, and more. And you're going to be able to manage all the volume and all the activities of your team through various reports and genealogy, which is going to be helpful in managing your team and your volume. Something really awesome that has just launched this month is called the Commission Preview Tracker. So you know exactly how much your commission is daily, and the pre-launch holding volume will show you the volume that is being held during country launch periods. Now, the website also makes it super easy to share the products and share your business through your own personalized website. And you'll have the ability to create your own personalized domain when you first sign up. And then you can share that link with your friends, your family, your customers on social media platforms really easily. And customers can create an account, people can enroll into the business, and your referral link will credit it all back to you. Now you can even create customized shopping bags for your customers to click, and it has a curated shopping bag that you have created just for them. So we have the ability to do that for specific countries as well. So if you have a customer in, let's say, Hong Kong, you can create a separate shopping bag for Hong Kong only. Now, there's another part of the website we want you to familiar with, which is called the Drive. And the Drive is where you'll be able to find all the marketing materials and business tools that you need. And you can find product sheets and brochures that have information on the product functions, key ingredients, how to use the products, and benefits for you to learn and share with your customers or your potential prospects. So you can find more marketing tools, company videos, product university training videos, and other business tools all under the Drive. And you have full free access to these tools to help build your business. Now, after you get familiar with Riman.com and the Drive, you want to launch your business in a very successful way. And you want to launch your business with the proper guidelines to make sure that you are doing the right activities at the right time to maximize the results of your business. And the first thing that you want to do when starting your business is to create a simple business plan. Think of it like planning out a trip. You need to pick a destination and then plan the details of how you're going to get there, where you're going to go, what you need to travel, your passport, your transportation, your lodging. You need to plan out all these things. And your Remon business plan works the same way. So we've made it very easy for you. There's a document in the Drive that breaks it down into a simple 4-step plan, and you can print it out and fill it in, and there's no guessing, no overthinking with this document. It's designed to help you get clear, get moving, and build momentum right from the start. And everyone who starts this business should take the time to create their own blueprint. This is the foundation of your business, and it's how you set yourself up for success. Now, you want to launch your business and start by writing out a simple plan, where you are now and where you'd like to end up. So even if things don't go exactly as you plan, you'll still have a clear sense of direction of where you want to go to guide you. So start by asking yourself, what do the next 3 to 6 months look like? Do you want to make a few extra $100 to cover bills or a car payment? Are you aiming to replace your full-time income or retire your husband or your wife? Do you want to hit team leader by convention? There's no right or wrong goal here because this is your business, but your daily actions will shape your results. Then take a step back and think bigger. In 2 to 5 years, if everything went right, if you've really committed, built the skills, and stayed consistent, what could this become? Now, what kind of life do you want to create? Let yourself dream and allow your brain to stretch a little and allow it to come with creative ways to reach your goals. But here's the key. You need to know why you're doing this. What is the why behind your goals? Because that's what's going to actually motivate you. Really think about your reason. Maybe it's your kids and their activities or their future. Maybe it's your freedom or your retirement. Or maybe you just want to create something or accomplish something or help others so that they can feel some financial relief. That why is what's going to help keep you going on the hard days. And yes, the doubts may show up, the what if I fail thoughts, the it may work for them, but it not work for me thoughts. I challenge you to think bigger and say, but what if I succeed? Focus your mind on success and block out the noise, and you'll take the right steps to achieve your goals. So, whatever your reason is for building Riman, just know this, you're not doing it alone. You've got support. You've got people here who believe in big goals, and we all want to see you win. So take the time with this document, fill it out, revisit it, edit it as you go, and accomplish. Share it with your upline leaders, write down the date you finish each step, and then celebrate that step. Now, it is my absolute pleasure to introduce a really super special lady, and she is just a powerhouse of a woman. She has a strong leadership and has built a huge organization in Riman, and she's both brains and beauty. And I can't wait for you to hear her story. So please give a warm welcome to top producing leader, Katie Martin.
What's up, everybody? Thank you so much, Anna. That was such a sweet welcome. How is everyone doing from all the parts of the world? I'm so thrilled to have an opportunity to just share a couple of minutes with you guys and talk a little bit about my Remon journey and just my life journey in general. So I'm 48 years old. I live in Florida. I'm a single mom. And I found this company I guess it was 2 years ago this month. So I just celebrated 2 years with the company, and it has been one heck of a ride. So to give you a little backstory, I was a photographer for 15 years, and in that process, I became kind of a makeup girl. I mean, I was doing makeup for all of my clients, and I shot primarily women, and so I got kind of good at makeup on my own face and good at makeup on their faces. But I'll tell you the hidden secret behind the makeup for me as a personal thing. I was an extremely acne prone child, teenager, and adult. I actually have thrown the kitchen sink at my face. I've probably had my butt in more dermatology offices than I could ever imagine. And I've done 4 separate rounds of Accutane in my life. Now, thanks to this beautiful company and these beautiful products, I can say that acne is a thing of the past and that my skin is truly healed. And it was not until I understood the complete 180 philosophical difference of healing the skin's barrier. It was something that I had never heard of before. I'd never even heard of that, right? In westernized skincare, we want to drill, baby, drill. We're ready to melt your face off with a laser or a microneedling or a microdermabrasion or some kind of harsh retinol. And I had tried it all, baby. I had tried it all. And still, my face was a mess. It would just go berserk, berserk, berserk. So makeup was the only answer that I could think of, which is not an answer. It's just a covering up. But when you struggle, put a 3 in the chat if you are an acne prone person and you understand the confidence struggle that going you through your day and your life, it brings just a layer of you having a conversation with somebody and all you're thinking is they're not even looking at my face, they're just looking at all my pimples. And so it just does a number on your confidence. And so this company really did something to change my entire perspective on how we treat our skin. Our skin is our largest organ, and the whole point and purpose of our skin is to keep things out. And so if we don't let it do the job that it was meant to do by healing our barrier, and luckily for us, we have smart, smart, smart people that work at our corporate office that have found a way to make the molecules small enough to go into the deep layers of the skin without the need to injure the surface of the skin. So we have the answer. We have the answer that people like me have been waiting their 40 some odd years of life to figure out. So when I say this is an answered prayer for me, and I knew that I could bring that same answered prayer to a lot of other people, and that makeup isn't the only way out. So that's kind of been my mission and my like battle cry. But I would say this. Along my journey, I've had the opportunity to work in the direct sales community for about 10 years, and I've grown a large social media following as a result. It was literally baptism by fire. When the pandemic happened, it was like you either grow online or you were dead in the water. So we figured it out. So, but it was tough. It was a tough thing. So don't look at anybody's social media and be like, oh, that just happened overnight. It did not. But what I will say that I have learned in that journey is I understand how to market and I understand how to separate myself as a brand. And so you guys have all joined this incredible company, but believe me, the story of who you are is your own, bird song. This is your love story, okay? This is your love letter to yourself about how you're going to build confidence in yourself and confidence in your customers and confidence in your team. So by creating that brand of you, of what you bring to this, is the best advice that I can give you. And I just wrote something down really quickly before we jumped on. Nike might look like they sell shoes. They don't. They sell motivation. Amazon might look like it sells just everyday products, but it sells convenience. McDonald's might sell burgers to the novice, but they don't. They sell happiness. Disney sells memories in childhood. Apple sells trends. Ferrari sells status. And Riman sells confidence. So you have to understand that when you can unlock the emotion that is connected to what it is that you're doing, that is how you can create your brand, your voice, and your point of view. And that's what makes you the king of or queen of your own castle, where you don't have to look left and right and play some comparison game about what they're doing, because what you're doing is what you're meant to do and what you're meant to say. And that's something that people will follow. So I would encourage you to sit with yourself and say, what is it that I want out of this? And by understanding that, and I know for me that Riman is confidence for me. It's built my confidence, and I'm there to pass that on to the next person. So when I go on, I don't say, oh, I'm just selling a Boo or I'm selling a derm cream. I'm selling you guys an answered prayer. It's been an answered prayer for me. So truly, I hope that that lights you up. It was wonderful meeting you guys. I'm here to introduce your next speaker, who's going to present even more about how to run and operate your business. And her name is Kristen Schricks. I don't know her yet, but
Yes.
I can't wait to meet her. Did I say your name right?
Hi. Yes, you did, Katie. That was amazing. So
She comes
good.
to us from the pageant
So
world. As
good.
soon as you see her face, you'll know why. She's gorgeous. She's from Georgia. She's been in direct sales before, and she's super, super close to hitting director. So go, girl.
Oh, thank you so
Thanks,
much, Katie.
everybody.
You are so, so sweet and beautiful. I mean, oh my goodness, your skin is just glowing. I love it. Yes, I have personally been in the direct selling business as well for over 10 years. I've been in skincare for 10 years, but I have only been with Riman about a year and a half. And I love sharing with you all how to become senior managers. That's really, manager and then senior manager, but senior manager is going to triple, as Anna said early on, it's going to triple your income, your commission, and you can lock that in for a lifetime. Never before have I been in a direct selling business where you can lock in that income for a lifetime and have a chance to earn up to 40%. So let's just go through this and talk about how to become a senior manager. So what is a senior manager? It's going to be 6,000 in SP anytime over 3 months. Now, some people are like, I'm starting a business. I want to open my business as a senior manager. Some people will make that upfront investment and open their business as a senior manager with 6,000 in volume, or they can do it over 3 consecutive months. So let's say it's an average of 2,000 a month that you are working towards. I love to break things down into bite-sized pieces. So let's think about that signature ritual that you're wanting to sell everyone, right? So it's 335. And so let's just say you set a goal of selling five your first month or 10 your first month. When you really break that down, that's not a lot, right? You all probably know 10 people right now who have skin and who want to get their skin healthier and to heal their skin from the inside out. So that's from your personal orders, from your personal customer orders, as well as your first level distributor planners that you bring to the business. It's their personal orders as well as their customers. So bring a friend. It's way more fun to do this business with friends. So you can achieve that volume very, very quickly. The more you share, the more people you talk to, the more people that you bring into this business. And then you just need three active customers. You need three people that are ordering from you each month to maintain that senior manager position and pay. So let's talk about your commission here when you get to senior manager. You're going to have a 25% base commission with additional 5% open group volume commission and unlimited levels. You can unlock an additional percentage of unilevel when you sell 1,000 SP or with your personal purchases and you have 10 customers. So set that goal immediately. I've got to get 10 customers. I've got to get to that 6,000 SP, and I'm going to hustle for it and try to do it in my first month, right? So that you can get that 30 to 40% commission. Now, how do you get, like Kristen, how do you get to 40%? Because that is a big commission off of my sales. If you want to get an extra 5% on top of your 30, you're going to sell 2,000 or have 2,000 SP and 20 customers. If you want that extra 10% to get you to the 40%, then it's 4,000 SP and 40 customers. And that's going to give you an additional 10%. So you're going to see that line item in your monthly paycheck of your unilevel commission, which is going to give you I'm sorry, that's your top retailer bonus. That's going to come in your monthly paycheck. The unilevel is going to unlock additional percentage on your team. So once you have a team, you can unlock additional percentages on that. Your personal order rebate is going to be half cash rebate, so 12.5%, and then half Remon dollar rebate. I always say it's like a product credit. You know, every time you go in to place an order for yourself or you're buying business tools, you want to get your hands tomorrow, you know, on the new Radiance 100 product that's launching, you can use those Ramon dollar rebates towards your personal purchases. And then you get that additional 5%. So let's move forward into a game plan on how to get there. So let's just kind of take a look at this chart here to get you to that senior manager. You're looking for, you know, customers. So you've got this 25% plus 5% and then plus 10% because we all know we're going to set a goal, right, of selling 4,000 or more a month and having those 20 customers. Let's say you recruit a friend who's joining you in the business, and that planner is working hard to get to manager and getting to that 20% commission. And then you've got another planner that's getting to manager and another planner that gets to senior manager. You can see the breakdown. So think about if you're at senior manager and you're at 30%, you have a planner, you're going to make 20% off that planner, the delta between the two. If you've got a manager, you're going to make 10%. If you've got a senior manager, you're going to make 5%. And then look at that unilevel, that additional pay. When they added unilevel to our compensation plan, it was a definite increase for sure because I want to do this business with as many people as possible. And hopefully you feel the same way too. And so you can make an additional 5% off your levels 1 and 2, an additional 3% off your levels 3 and 4. So you can see that the earning opportunity truly is endless. And again, this is pretty much the same breakdown as we just talked through about getting you to senior manager. All right, so we've got Susan Manuelo up next. I'm going to stop sharing my screen and pass that along to her. But Susan has also been in the beauty pageant industry. We did not meet each other on the stage. I was at Miss America. And Susan, you'll have to tell them quickly what beauty pageants you were in. But I utilized it to pay for all of my college, all the way through my master's degree. And it's definitely helped me in this industry. And it's so fun to help others feel beautiful and confident from the inside out, too.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Kristen.
Yeah.
I know we did not meet. I was actually in the Miss USA organization. But there's so many amazing things that can come from it. And, you know, one of the things is knowing a little bit about the beauty industry. And then you just never know, right? When something like this comes into your life and hopefully every single one of you that's on this call is just as excited as Kristen and I are to know about the best K-beauty products out there, and we love them. So I cannot wait for you guys to launch your business. So thanks for being on tonight. Kristen, thank you for doing such an amazing job taking everyone through the senior manager game plan. It is such an important part of what we do here because you guys, once you get to senior manager, you can see your path to team leader because all you do is repeat what you did. You simply help other people get to senior manager. So it's a vital part of our orientation and of our compensation plan so that you truly know what is next. Now, with team leader, again, you're just helping people get to senior manager, but it's super important that the number one thing that you do first is believe that you can do it. Okay. So I want you guys to put in the chat right now, I am a team leader. If you already believe it, if you already know you can do it, I want you to declare it right now. I'm going to be a team leader. And definitely write it down either on this game plan, write it on your vision board, write it on a notebook. So not just in the chat, make sure you've got it for you because that truly is the first thing to do, okay? Then you are going to help other people get that senior manager position because over a 5 calendar month time period, when you help others hit those ranks, you're going to see your commissions go to 50,000 SP. Okay. So that is the amount that you need to qualify. But again, it's in a 5 month rolling volume period. So what that means too is if you start, let's say you started in March, that's going to count March, April, May, June, July. And then if you start in April, it starts April, May, June, July, August. Okay. So it's always counting. It just depends on which snapshot you're looking at for the 5 months. Now, we've said it, helping others get senior manager, but you do need three of those senior managers in three separate legs. Okay. So you can have as many teams as you want. In fact, we want you to help more and more people reach the manager and senior manager, but you need at least three in three separate team legs. Okay. And what is awesome about this sheet is when you do print this out, like Anna said, if you're writing it down, you can put a goal date there. Why not? Put a goal. Is this going to happen for you in 3 months, 6 months? What is your goal for team leader? Because we know you can do it. Okay. So to get into a little bit more of the details, oh, hopefully my slide is going to go to the next slide. Here we go. Oh, now of course it went too many. Okay, there we go. So we just talked about it's over a 5 month period. So that's of course easy math, 10,000 SP per month for 5 months. And it's any time in those 5 months. Okay. The total group, we talked about the three senior managers. The total group is maximum of 50% from one team. And once you hit team leader, it is a monthly maintenance of 10,000 SP. Okay. So that's why it's really easy to see. It breaks down 10,000 over 5 months. Okay. So that's the team leader position. Now, once you reach manager, senior manager, as Kristen talked about, you have the three active customers. At team leader, it's five active customers to open up all of the compensation. And then otherwise, it's very similar, right? You're going to get those team leader commissions. It's just going to give you a raise. So now you're going to be making 40% base commission. And you have the ability to have leadership check match. So up to 3 generations of leadership match, which is amazing because it can be anywhere from an additional 10 to 40%. And when you unlock that unilevel part of our compensation, which remember it's 1,000 SP is unlocking the level, you're going to be able to unlock 6 levels at team leader. So definitely worth building out your team and continuing to grow your business. Especially when you're a team leader, the more customers that you're also getting a raise. Okay. So not only are you getting that base commission, but you can make up to 50% on our top retailer bonus by just opening up those additional pieces of the 2,000 SP and the 4,000 SP on personal volume. Personal volume is anything that, you're purchasing, customers are purchasing, that's what goes into that bucket. And anything that you are purchasing, of course, you're getting that cash rebate and the Riman dollars. So this is a great visual to really kind of see how this can build out. Because if you're making 40% at team leader and you bring on customers, again, you're making anywhere from 40% base up to 50%. And then when you're bringing on new teams, planners, when they start, you're making that 30% commission. You're making 20% on those managers in your team and 10% on senior managers, but you're also making the differentials, which is the second number. And then again, don't forget about that unilevel. The unilevel is a huge part of our compensation. So you definitely, want to be sure you're unlocking the level at any position that you're at. But once you get started doing that, just by simply having customers, you're going to see the benefit, especially at the team leader position. So again, here just really shows how important it is to keep your eye on that 10,000 SP over that 5 month period. And while you're building into that, to start those senior managers in those three separate legs. Okay. So when you look at it this way, it's a senior manager is at 6,000 SP. When you have those in your organization, you are going to be hitting team leader without even worrying about the 50,000, right? So we kind of have a saying here at Riman, we want you to be a senior manager maker, okay? So when you duplicate senior managers, that's the fastest way to become team leader. It's really about helping other people and not worrying so much about that 50,000 number. It's really just how many 6,000 SP senior managers can I help that's the road to team leader. So I know you guys can do it. You declared it. So that is why I know for sure it's going to happen for each one of you. And I have the pleasure of now bringing up our next speaker. And he is a huge part of the reason that I am at team leader and above. In fact, I'm at senior director. But when my journey started, Julian Doan believed in me, and he did that same thing. He set that vision like I need to believe that I can hit team leader. That was that first step. And without him, I don't know if I'd be there. So I give him all the credit, and which is why I'm so excited for him to come up and really help you guys finish out your orientation and set big goals for yourself. So, Mr. Julian Doan, thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much, Susan, for that wonderful introduction. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Awesome, awesome. And she gave me a lot of credit, but Susan's success here at Riman was inevitable. She would have had it, she would have made it happen either way. It just wouldn't have been as fun if we didn't do it together. But my part is very, very simple. It's such an honor and privilege to be on this call with so many amazing women. Anna did such a great job introducing you guys to the system, the back office tools that we have. Katie did such an amazing job talking about the power of our products. I mean, someone that has experience, right, in the industry, not necessarily in this space, but in beauty, and having somebody who's so credible taking a like to our products and really showing that we really have the science behind the products is truly amazing. And then, you have Katie, I mean, you have Kristen, you have Susan coming up here, talking about the system that we have to actually go out there and build your business. There's no wonder people are having success here. Now, my part's very, very simple. If you're like, why are you on this call? Well, it's to show you two things, right? Number one, you don't have to be a pageant queen to do this business, right? You don't even have to be good looking, right? So I fit that demographic. And number two, also show you don't have to have a nice degree. You don't need a master's degree like Kristen does. I don't have a degree. I have what we call a PhD, which is a public high school diploma. And thanks to Riman and Riman's system, I'm on my way of building what we call an MBA, a massive bank account, right? So if you guys are here to recapture your time and money, you're definitely in the right place because again, Riman has the science behind the products, they have the system behind the business, and with everything that you just got a chance to witness today, this is your first step, right? Lao Tzu said it best: a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. And thanks to Riman's products, we're helping people put their best face forward. And thanks to the system and the rewards and revenue program, guess what? We're supporting people and putting their best foot forward. So now that we understand, the credibility behind the company, how great the products are in the system, it's time for us to commit to a plan, right? It's to learn the plan and commit to the plan. So now you might be asking yourself, okay, I see all this now. How do I put it into place? How do I go out there and take action and translate everything I just learned into actionable steps, measurable steps to get me there? So the first thing you want to do is you want to schedule your first 2 K pop-ups right away. Now, if you're just joining us and you're like, what is a K pop-up, Julian? Right? A K pop-up is very, very simple. It is your pop-up, right? A Korean skincare pop-up where you get to go out there and demonstrate and talk about the products to your family and friends. And it could be something as you talking to somebody personally, right? One-on-one at a Starbucks, right? Demoing the products there. It could be you talking to 2 people, 3 people, or throwing a big K pop-up. But the most important part is not the size of the K pop-up, it's throwing an actual K pop-up. What I love so much about this business is the products are so good. All you have to do is get good at showing it to people and demonstrating it. When I first got started, I didn't know anything about skincare. I didn't know how to explain everything. I didn't know what nanoliposonal technology was. I called it liposuction technology, right? And people looked at me with such confused faces. And all I said was, listen, I'm brand new, but all I know is these products are great. And I know once you put it on your face, you're going to see the results and you're going to see what everybody's talking about. So that's step one, right? Is schedule your 2 K pop-ups. And let me tell you something, a good K pop-up tomorrow is better than a perfect K pop-up 2 weeks, 3 weeks from now. And the person that sets up their 2 K pop-ups the fastest is the person who's going to make the most money fast. You want to duplicate that, okay? So set those dates because again, without urgency, desire loses all value. So you want to set a date to shoot for and go for. The next thing you want to do is you want to make a list. Just like in this business, how we need to have an inventory of products, we also need to have an inventory of prospects. So you want to make a list of everybody you know, right? And write it down. Who do you know that already uses skincare? Who do you know that already takes care of themselves, right? Who do you know that values these type of products? Those are going to be the best people to introduce the products to. Then you want to make a list of people you know that maybe love their job, but they don't like the kind of money that they're making, right? And imagine through Remon, they can keep working the job they love, but now they have a second source of income where they can focus on what they love and not worry about the money. Right? Make a list of everybody you know that, maybe loves the type of money that they're making, but they hate the work that they're doing. And imagine the power of Remon being able to replace their income, but also giving them an opportunity to enjoy what they're doing, right? Number three, make a list of everybody you know that's already successful. Maybe they're already successful, but they're bored. They want to challenge themselves. You'd be surprised how many successful people that already have well-established careers, different things. And what's interesting is the more successful people are, it's interesting because the faster they recognize opportunity. So make a list of all those people, right? And so make a list of everybody you know. And guess what? You go out there, you contact them, okay? The next thing you want to do is very important is you want to create your product story and your business story. And one of my biggest mistakes I made when I first got started is I didn't take a before picture right away. I actually didn't take a before picture until 3 months into the business. And that was one of the biggest regrets I made, right? And I share with you why. Because your before picture and your after picture is going to be one of the biggest marketing tools that you have. Why? Because when you create a product story, it builds your own personal confidence into the products, right? And again, once you have your product testimonial, if someone's skeptical and they say, how do I know the products work? Or, there's nothing that someone can say that will shake your confidence because you already know what it's done for you. The second thing you want to do is you want to create your business story. And this is where it gets exciting because you set the tone for every person that you bring in. So the faster you set up your K-pop up, guess what? That's going to be the speed that other people are going to set up their K-pop up, right? How fast you go manager, guess what? That's going to set the tone for how fast people go manager in your business. How fast you go senior manager, guess what? That's going to set the tone for your team. So what's amazing about Remon is when you first get started and you make your purchase, it looks like you made an investment into Remon. You bought products, right? Because Remon shows up on your bank statement. But if I asked you, who did you really make an investment to? Now, you might say, I made an investment in myself. But I want to challenge you with something a little bit bigger. When you get started in Remon, it's not an investment in products. It's not an investment in yourself. It's actually an investment in who you get to be for other people. Because when you first get started, you're hoping it's going to work. But if you work the plan, it's going to work. After that, it becomes who do you get to be for the people that you bring into the business and how do you get to change their life? That's the value. Changing your life is great. That builds success. But changing other people's life, that creates something what we call significance. And that feeling, for me, I cannot find in any other industry, right? Where you can do something for somebody else and it's a greater feeling than you do it for yourself. So you want to create that story, not just for you, but for the people that you bring into the business, okay? Next events to attend. One is the orientation, which is today, but you want to attend as many orientations as possible. The reason why is just like listening to a good song. The more you listen to the song, the more you know the lyrics and then you understand the lyrics. Guess what? Remon has its own language. And the easiest way to learn the language is to guess what? It's to submerge yourself in the environment. So the more orientations you get on, you're going to learn how to do the orientations. So when you become a team leader and director, you're already prepared, okay? The next thing is you want to lock into every presentation we have. Every Thursday, we have an overview, the company overview with the top leaders going out there demonstrating and talking about the products, the industry, the company, and more important, the rewards and revenue program. In the very beginning, you don't have to be an expert. You don't have to know everything. You just got to get good at promoting events and getting people on calls. Let the professionals do the work for you. Literally, you invite, the professionals present, your prospects decide, they purchase products, you get paid. That's as simple as that. You invite, they present, your guests decide, you get paid. Very, very simple system, okay? The next is you want to talk to your organization, find out when the next team event is. You want to stay as close to the fire as possible, okay? You want to surround yourself with people that are going out there making it happen, right? Your first training date and your first convention date, which we're going to talk about in a little bit because in just a few short months, we're going to be celebrating in Las Vegas. We're going to be celebrating your story, your testimonial, and some of you on this call who's on it for the first time, you're going to be walking the stage in front of thousands of people getting recognized for all of your hard work. And that's something I think, again, in our industry is so special, and Remon so special, is that recognition. So many of us go out there, work hard every single day, put in more work, right, than anybody else, and we don't get recognized for it. And recognition is, I believe, is something beautiful, and Remon does such a great job doing it. So let's go ahead and talk about the starter kits. So we're going to move on to the next slide, okay? Now, in Remon, that's the event package, so you kind of missed that, right? So, be upset at your friend that they didn't show this to you sooner. So we're going to go to the next slide, okay? So starter kits. Now, to get started in Remon, it's only $20, yes, right? These starter kits are not required, but they're highly recommended. And the reason why they're highly recommended is because no matter how great a presentation is, or a PowerPoint is, or a slide deck is, or a brochure is, it's never going to be as effective as having the products on people's actual faces. So here's my recommendation. When you get involved, you want to make sure you have enough products for yourself to create your product testimonial. And number two, you want to have products you can go out there and demonstrate, and you're not demonstrating from your own products. And maybe this is just me, but I'm kind of a germaphobe when it comes to certain things, right? And so I don't want to use my same products on other people. And I'm pretty sure other people wouldn't want the products I use on my face, on myself, to be put on them. They want fresh products that are set to sample. And the third is we want to recommend you having products that you can sell right then and there on the spot. And because some people, they want the products right then and there, they don't want to go online and order. And this is a great way to segue them into becoming a customer. So what I personally do is, someone wants the products right then and there, I have them go online, create a free account, right? Free customer account. So they have that available for them. And then I sell them the physical product that I have. And the next time they want to reorder, they already have a customer account. They log in, they order it, and it's super good. Okay. So we have different starter kits available. Starter kit Premium 1 and Premium 2 are the most popular packages that most people get. And the reason why that is because you get double and triple of the hero products. Okay. So the most important products that are highly demonstratable, that people buy the most, you're going to have enough for you to demo, and more importantly, to sell. Okay. The starter kit plus is also a good kit to get. And the reason why is because you look at the BP, right? The SP, right? 1,000 SP. The reason why that's valuable is if you minimum get that package and you get 10 customers, right? What's going to happen is, already, even as a planner, you're going to unlock your level. So that's an extra 15% that you're going to get paid on versus just 10% that normal planners get. And the other thing that I'll also share with the starter kit Premium 1 and 2, some people, they like to buy 2 of those. Why? So they can get started as a manager. So they can get started at the 20 to 30% commission, right? They want to double their commissions from day one, right? Some people get 4. The reason why they do that, so they can start as a senior manager, because they rather start with triple the commission, right? And what I always tell people is this: get in where you fit in. Okay, get in where you fit in, right? And because the most important part is getting started, we also have like the experience kits and the starter kit EX line. That's really mostly for customers that want to try the product. And what's great about Riman is they put their money where their mouth is, the 30-day full money back guarantee. So obviously there's no risk for the customer, and we know they're going to love the product. Okay. So as we move forward, we have the Canadian packages as well. And so as we move forward to the next slide, again, this is why you want to create your product testimonial before and after pictures, because a picture speaks 1,000 words. I mean, you look at all the amazing before and after pictures we have of all types, all skin types, all ages, right? In different backgrounds. And what's amazing about it is the products work for everybody. But the most important before and after pictures is not the ones you see on the screen right now. It is yours. Your before and after picture is going to be the most important. Okay. So as we move forward to the next slide, we already went over the support system, so make sure you check out Riman.com. Explore the drive. Look at all the different tools that we have available. And, whenever you have downtime, just explore it. Check out the tools. The more you understand the business, the products, the more customers you're going to get. The more you understand the business, guess what? The more planners you're going to get, okay? So familiarize yourself with it. Launching your business, get that launch sheet, fill it out yourself, right? And get familiar with the monthly event calendar, right? And promotions we have, okay? So as moving forward to the next slide, this is what I really want to talk about. Las Vegas is coming up, right, in August, and you want to make sure you're there at that event. Why? Because number one, you're going to surround yourself with the top leaders in the company. People that are going out there making it happen. And a lot of times when you get started in anything, in Riman, who knows? Maybe your first exposure was a one-on-one at a Starbucks. And that's how big you think Riman is. Or you get on the Zoom, you see like 200 people on a Zoom. You're like, okay, maybe there's only 200 people. But imagine walking into a North American conference and seeing thousands of people all excited about the same opportunity that you're a part of. All of a sudden, your vision expands, right? One of the things I was told when I first got started is you're not truly in the business until you go to a convention. And here's what I'm going to share with you as we start to wrap up. I've seen people go to convention and not make it, but I've never seen anybody not go to convention and make it. Why? Because convention just opens your eyes. It gives you that social proof that you need. And more important, when you see all the people that are achieving success, the parades of senior managers, team leaders, you hear the director testimonials, senior director testimonials, national director testimonials, you realize that these are people just like you. They just got started before you. And that's the only difference. That if you put in the same amount of time, effort, and energy that they had, you would have just the same amount of results, if not more. So it's going to be at the NGM Grand, right? Get your tickets. Ticket prices will go up, and they actually do sell out, okay? Treat this like a Taylor Swift concert, okay? Get your tickets as soon as possible. And don't just get tickets for you, get tickets for your team. That's why we have a 10-ticket bundle. And the reason why that is because you get a 10-ticket bundle, guess what's going to happen? You're going to make sure you have 10 people there. And here's what I'm going to share with you. The more people you have at convention, the more money you're going to make and the faster your business is going to grow. Why? Because there's so many people that see what you see. And yes, those are all USD prices, correct? Okay? So as you wrap it up onto the next slide, we have a special event going on Wednesday, April 1st, not April Fool's, right? Tomorrow, our monthly rundown call. So you're going to hear about new announcements, promotions for the month of April, recognition for all the people that ranked events in the previous month. It is a call that you definitely want to be on, so make sure you put it into your calendars, okay? On the next slide, obviously Tuesdays, we have our orientations. This Thursday, we have a very special Riman Revealed opportunity call with none other than National Director, Mr. Timothy Herr, my personal sponsor, and he'll get you fired up. It's impossible not to get on his call and not be excited, okay? And we're gonna have a wonderful testimonial from Monica as well, brand new promoted senior director. So you want to make sure you're on that call. And if you are in the Southern California marketplace, I say Southern California, notice I didn't say Irvine, but in Southern California, every Thursday at the Irvine office, we do something called Riman University, where we teach you different parts of the business, okay? Just like Wednesday, we do Product University. Thursday, we do Riman University, so you can learn the business. Every week's a different topic. And if you miss a week, guess what? You're gonna have to wait 12 weeks just to get back into that curriculum, okay? So make sure you're there. National Directors Chris Kim and Mr. Timmer are the ones that lead the training. So familiarize yourself with the calendar and plug in, plug in, plug in. That's all you gotta do. And guess what? If you plug in and you surround yourself with the top people, you surround yourself with the information, and more importantly, you apply the information, your success is inevitable, right? That's the word, inevitable. It's not a matter of if, it's only a matter of when. And the best part is you're in full control of that timeline. So with that being said, thank you for joining us. We love and appreciate every single one of you. Riman is taking over the world, one country at a time. And again, it is the best opportunity on the planet. You're at the right place at the right time. And now it's just up to us to take the right action. So have a great night, everybody. We love and appreciate you. And we'll see you at the top, and we'll see you at Las Vegas. Let's get it.